today we are talking about dividing polynomials. Dividing polynomials, okay? And the way we are going to do dividing polynomials is by synthetic division. Let me go back to the reading so we can see what synthetic's all about. So we did an example on our reading where I wanted to divide x minus 4 into x cubed plus 2x squared minus 3x plus 5. And now, if we did it the long, ugly way, you'd have to divide x's into x's and subtract and simplify, and x's into x's and multiply and subtract and simplify, and x's into x's, and it's a big, ugly mess. But that's one way to do it. But then we learned there's a trick called synthetic division. So with synthetic division, what we do is we get rid of the x's. It's called synthetic because it's dividing without the x's. So instead of x cubed, 2x squared minus 3x, we just get rid of the x's. We know they're there, we're just going to make them invisible. So we put the 1, we put the 2, we put the negative 3, we put the 5 in there. And we're not going to divide by x minus 4, we're getting rid of the x's, but we have to do it the opposite. We always take the opposite of that. So instead of negative 4, we're going to divide by a positive 4, okay? Now here's how it works. Step 1, just slide the first term down, bring down the 1. Always slide the first number down. Then multiply. 1 times 4 is 4. Add. 2 plus 4 is 6. Multiply. 4 times 6 is 24. Add and I get 21. Multiply 21 and 4 and I get 84. Add and I get 89. Now, again, we're really dividing x's. Okay, so these don't have x's in them, so we got to put the x's back. It's always going to be one less power because we divided by an x. So instead of an x cubed, the answer has to be an x squared. So it's a 1x squared plus a 6x plus a 21. And with the remainder, we take the remainder over what we divided by. And this is the answer. Okay, now, remainder theorem just says if the remainder is 0, if we got an answer of 0 here, it'd be a factor. And then I showed if you divide it by 20, if you took 5 divided by 20, it goes in 4 evenly because it's a factor. Is 4 a factor of 20? Yes. Okay, now let's use synthetic division to divide this one. Okay, so step 1. Let's go ahead and do our little upside down division. Okay, everybody do this. Upside down division, right? Let's put our numbers in. Let's get rid of the x's. So let's go 3, 4, negative 2, and 4. We're going to take the opposite of this. We're going to put a negative 2 there. Okay? So we got rid of all of our x's. We got rid of the x's totally. They're gone. Now put your division sign down, and I'm going to put a little box right there because that's where my remainder goes. That's where my remainder will go here. Okay? In my little box. Okay? That's where my remainder goes. So it's super easy. Step 1 is always the same step. Don't forget step 1. Slide the first term down. Just bring it straight down. So I bring down my 3. Bring it down. I get my 3 here. Okay. Now we're going to multiply. 3 times negative 2. We're going to multiply. 3 times negative 2 is a negative 6. And now I'm going to add. Don't subtract. Just add. 4 plus a negative 6 is a negative 2. Multiply. Negative 2 times negative 2 is a positive 4. We're going to add. Negative 2 plus 4 makes a 2. Oops, do the right color. And then multiply. 2 times negative 2 is a negative 4, right? So we get a negative 4. Add and we get 0. I like 0 because it tells me I have a factor. Remainder theorem tells me if I get a remainder of 0 that this is a true factor. But that's not the answer. Because the answer has to have x's. So let's put the x's back in. So put x's back in. So it's got to be one less power. It started as a cube. This is going to be a 3x squared. Yes, Austin.
What does it mean if it's a factor?
It means it divides in evenly without a remainder, right? Real quick. 5 goes into 20, doesn't it? The answer is 4. Is there a remainder? Now let's think about what factors mean. Factor means a number that divides into it evenly. 5 is a factor of 20, right? 4 is a factor of 20. 2 is a factor of 20, right? 10 is a factor of 20, right? So if it goes into it evenly without a remainder, it's a factor. So this is 3x squared minus 2x plus 2. is a factor. In fact, if I were to take and multiply this times this, I would get exactly that, right? If I went this x plus 2 times this, I would get this polynomial. Will, question?
So for the factoring part, is it factoring into -2 or is it factoring into 4?
You lost me.
For the 16.
16, you still lost me.
Oh, wait, never mind.
Okay, you sure?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, let's do number 2. Okay, same thing. Okay, you guys, give it a try. Set it up. Okay, same problem. This time I want you to try it, okay? Same problem. But it's got a different divisor, right? So let's put a positive 2 here. So my answer is going to be different, isn't it? Okay, I want everybody to try it, okay? Everybody to give it a try, okay? Even Aaron. Even Alyssa. Give it a try, Alyssa. Three, 4, -2, 4. Okay. I want everybody to give it a try. So I did the opposite, right? I did the opposite. Don't forget, it's got to be the opposite. So instead of -2, it's got to be a positive 2, right? Okay, I want everybody to try it. Slide the first term down, right? I get a 3. Hopefully I'm going slower than you. I want you guys to be ahead of me, okay? Am I going slower than you? Good, that's what I wanted to hear. Multiply, get a 6, right? Add, I get a 10. Multiply, I get a 20. Add, I get a 18. I multiply, and I get a 36, right? And I add, and I get a remainder of 40. Okay, thumbs up if you got that far. Thumbs up, okay? This is easy, right? Everybody agrees it's easy? Now, let's put it back in the x's, okay? So the problem really has to do with x's. Let's put it in the x's. It started as an x cubed, right? So the answer's got to be an x to the second. So it's going to be a 3x to the second plus a 10x plus 18. And then the 40 is a remainder. Now, this one's not a factor. It is not a factor because you got a remainder other than 0. Anything but 0, it's not a factor. So it's going to be plus 40 over my x minus 2. Thumbs up? Did everybody get that answer? Okay, now, what does P of 2 mean? What does P of 2 really mean? What does it mean? Plug it in, right? So P of 2, let's just plug it in, okay? P of 2 is equal to 3 times 2 cubed plus 4 times 2 squared minus 2 times 2 plus 4. All right, I'm not much good at this, so I use a calculator, right? Use a calculator, okay? So let's check it out, okay? I'm going to let the calculator do the work. On, clear. 3, 2 to the third power. 4 times 2 to the 2 power minus 2 times 2 plus 4. Okay, I got 40. What do you notice? What do you notice? What do you notice? Same exact equation, right? Same exact equation. And I plugged in 2, which would have been that 2, right? What do you notice about the 40? So there's a thing called the remainder theorem. Okay, now here I'm going to say it. The remainder theorem says this. The remainder theorem says, synthetic substitution. I'm getting ahead of myself. Synthetic substitution. Substitution, okay? Substitution, right? Synthetic substitution says this. If you plug the number in that you're going to divide by, it'll tell you what the remainder is. Big deal. How does that help me? So if I plug it in, I get the remainder. Okay, I didn't get the answer, but I got the remainder. Big deal. How would that help me? Big deal. I get 40. Okay, I got the remainder. How would that help me? What would that tell me? I got the remainder. Cool. So all this work, I got 40, or I could just plug it in and get 40. I get the remainder, okay? Well, what if the remainder was 0? So if I plugged in 2 and I got an answer of 0, I would know without dividing that it was a factor. I'll say that again. If I plugged in, let's say I plugged in negative 2 without all dividing, and the question was, is it a factor? And say, oh man, I got to divide it out to find out it's a factor, right? If the question is just, is it a factor? You think, oh man, I got to divide it out. I got to divide, and get an answer. It's like, boom, there's my remainder. But if the remainder is 0, it's a factor. So what if I did plug in negative 2 up here? Let's check it out, okay? So if I went 3 times negative 2 to the third power plus 4 times negative 2 to the second power minus 2 times negative 2 plus 4, boom, I got a remainder 0. So even though I don't know the answer, I know it's a factor. I'm going to say it again. Even if I don't know the full division answer, I know it's a factor. Remainder of 0, okay? Will, question?
Do you just plug in the 2 from the equation?
From right there. I plugged in that.
So from the top.
Same from here. I plugged in negative 2, right? So I know that this x plus 2 is a factor because the remainder was 0, okay? All right, you ready? Last one, okay? Now, let's do a little division symbol. And I'm going to highlight something right here. Highlight it, okay? So you don't mess up, because you're not going to mess up, right? And we're going to go 1, 0, 3, negative 12. Okay, where'd the 0 come from? Okay, there's no x squared term. That's why I wanted to do this one, okay? Because if you forget the 0, you're going to get the wrong answer, okay? So if you're missing a term, because it's supposed to go x cubed, x squared, x, or if it's like x5, x4, x3, x2, right? All the way down. If you're missing a term, put in a 0. If you don't put the 0 in, you're going to get it wrong, okay? If you're missing a couple of terms, put in zeros, okay? Put zeros in any place you're missing a term. So then we're just going to do the same thing. Bring down the 1, right? 3 times 3 is 9, right? 0 plus 9 is 9. Oh my goodness gracious. Gage, look at me. I already made a mistake, didn't I, huh? Thanks. I'm glad you're paying attention. Bring down the 1. Thank you very much. 1 times 3 is 3. There we go. Good thing I used a pencil, huh? 0 plus 3 is 3. 3 times 3 is 9. See how I was ahead of myself by one full step, wasn't I? 12. 3 times 12 is 36. I get a remainder of 24. Is it a factor?
No.
It is not a factor because the remainder is not 0. Okay, it's not a factor. So not a factor. Okay, we know it's not a factor because the remainder is not 0, right? Answer, though, the answer is going to be a 1x squared plus a 3x plus 12 plus my 24 over what I divided by, which is x minus 3. Okay? And stop. Okay, now.